It's late. Night is it? It's Wednesday. So we're on spring break this week, which has basically been a rainstorm. But then I've just realized that I thought it was raining tonight, and I'm at my parents' house. So I have this. Do you see it up there in the? Here, I'll show you. There's no raccoon out here. So right here this is very clever actually. It's like a window unit. Do you see it? But you just put it in the wall if you have no window. Well, the thing has been on and evidently dripping a tremendous amount of water. So I've been like, it's pouring. We can't go to CVS. It's not raining. It was just that on. Yes, I did, Courtney. I sure did. No, it's kind of late and lots of news stuff happened today, and we're going to be getting to that tomorrow. But tonight is just sort of an easy story. Yes, we're having a great time. Great time. We took a train today, and you have on a racquetball sweater. Well, evidently it's pickleball. But when I bought this, it's made by this girl, Queen of Sparkle is the name of the company. I thought it was popsicles. It's not popsicles. It's pickleball rackets. Happy birthday, Diane. Hold on, I'm gonna put my subscriber video up. I never miss a video. So today we're down near Miami, in an island called Key Biscayne, which is where my great uncle was a golf pro. My dad grew up come down here. And anyway, my parents bought this house with my uncle, la 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 la. So we're here for spring break, and it's been raining. So yesterday we went around. Happy birthday, Sheila. Look at all these birthdays. Yesterday we went around, took my teenagers to do something. 20 inches of rain in 24 hours. Oh, I believe it. But today, it was rainy. We started watching the movie Love Story, which is a little bit sad. And was like, what do y'all want to do today? It's going to pour all day. Oh, I will. I sure will. Tell my mom and dad that y'all said hello. And the girls, I was like, do y'all want to go to the mall? 2 13-year-olds. Yes, want to go to the mall. I was like, perfect. We'll take the metro. We'll take the bus to the metro, then we'll take the metro to Dadeland Mall. It's like 30 minutes, maybe 25, not even that long. It's great because there's no traffic. So my mom and dad got home. Mom took us to the metro station, got our $3 round trip tickets, rode the metro, and went to Dadeland Mall. And right when we walked in there, Amos's, so I have a 9-year-old with autism and a genetic disorder, and I don't typically take him shopping because honestly, I didn't even think about this. Maybe I did know this. He has never been, he's not particularly well behaved in stores. So I tend to avoid stores with him unless we're just going like to Rose's, and he can we'll go to Target and look at toys, or but not stores where like I have an agenda in mind. Like if I go shopping with Amos, I am just along for the ride of what he wants to do, which is honestly how spring break is. And I will say, like, this is a whole nother conversation, and I realized today that I did not invent this. So I thought I had invented this whole it's not a vacation, it's a relocation. I didn't. That has been talked about. I found an article from 2011. So I'm not going to pretend that I stole that idea. I mean, I thought people were stealing it from me. I'm seeing these bloggers. I'm like, they're all taking my idea. No, they're not. But anyway, so I just have gotten where I'm like, spring break, it's a break from school. It's a break from Amos being at school, and it's fun. It's not a break for me. It's not mommy's spring break. it's Amos and Blair's spring break. So the spring break is about them, right? That is really, and I'm not going to be some like preacher, but that has made the biggest difference in my attitude. People will say, you're patient or you're this. Like, I'm really not. I'm just normal. Like, I don't always, cook dinner or do all this kind of crap. But like, when I let go of these expectations about how I thought life was going to be, it has made me so much more joyful. And I just don't want anybody else to miss out on that, because it has just been so nice. And so it's like, I'm not like, well, I'm going to get to do this and I'm going to get to do that. I'm like, yeah, probably not. Oh, thank you, Julie. Yes, and if you want a place to belong in a group that's awesome, where we just talk about stuff like this, come join my subscriber page. We do a video every day. What do we do today? Yesterday, my dad gave my subscribers a golf cart tour. So it's a little more behind the scenes-ish with my family. My husband is very popular. They closed the Fort Lauderdale airport today because of the flooding. Oh my God, if they close the airport, I promise you my parents might get that wheels up or whatever that crap is. It's very expensive to get us the hell out of here. We're not going back till Sunday. So anyway, today we were like, we're going to go, oh, thank you, Debbie. We're going to go to the mall. So Amos is tickled. He's excited. But we get there and I'm like, he needs a new pair of Crocs. Because his feet, he's been in a 2 for a while, and then suddenly 2s don't fit. So we're buying 3s. Like diapers, like size 2 diapers or 3 diapers. You're always in for like a minute, then you're in the 4 for like years. And the last time I took him to get shoes, we went to the shoe store in Edenton, Sound Feet. And I mean, he refused to try on a shoe. He hollered, yelled. He runs in the back of Sound Feet shoes, like where they keep all the shoes. And I'm not kidding you, because I couldn't make this up. I cannot believe I'm admitting this on national Facebook. He literally took his hand, and there was like a whole line of shoe boxes, and he ran and went like this. Pew, 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 and pushed dozens of boxes on the floor. I couldn't help them. If I started cleaning them up, he started doing more. I mean, it was like somebody holding a fire hose and you having like a teeny tiny little bottle of water, and you're gonna pour the water out. Like I had to get him out of there. And I don't even know if I told the people. I was like, goodbye. So Sound Feet shoes, I'm a very good customer because I admit that we are bad shoppers. But anyway, so today I said, Amos, would you like to get some Crocs? Let's go in and look in the Crocs store. And there was a wall and it said, buy one, get one half off. Well, of course, those aren't the ones. It was only a tiny section of like Christmas tree Crocs. But he saw a pair of green Crocs that were like, had the, the platforms on the bottom. And our nanny is here with us, Mary, who's like Amos's other second mother caregiver. She was like, those are for women, or something. Let's pick out another pair. And I showed him another pair of green. She showed him a pair she kind of liked. There was one pair with green and they have Velcro on the back. And I was like, well, those are kind of actually good because they'll tighten a little bit because he has good enough balance, but he is not terribly coordinated. Like, I don't think he could I don't know if it's because he has such terrible ADHD, but like riding a bike, like it wouldn't be safe. So anyway, I was like, you like those? He didn't need to try them on. I know he wears a size 3 because I just bought 2 pairs of tennis shoes in 3s that he had picked out online. And that was sort of exciting, which maybe gave me like this idea that like, oh, he could pick them out. He sat right down on the floor, took off his Adidas Lego tennis shoes, took off his socks. Now, he had put on his socks and shoes by himself this morning, which was already like sort of exciting. I mean, these are the things that are exciting in our house, at least for me. Like, maybe I'm a dork, but this is awesome. and wants to put those Crocs on. I was like, okay, we're going to take the tag off. We'll pay up at the counter. And he gets them on. He's thrilled. I'm like, okay, we're going to wait for your sister to come back so we can get the other pair half off. Well, then his were half off. So she picks out a pair, and then I'm like, you ain't getting any Crocs from the Croc store because they're not half off, and you don't need any. Well, can I get a Jibbitz? The Jibbitz are these little rubber things, and they're on these rubber, they have these rubber stoppers on the back. They're about the size of your eyeball. Well, they're supposed to go in a hole that's like the size of a needlepoint, not a needlepoint, the size of like a Bic. You know, those pins, a Bic. So you have to get something this big into something this big. Well, I said, Amos, do you want to pick out some Jibbitz? He stands right there. He is looking at all the Jibbitz. Oh, yay, Becky, you know. He comes up. He has not one, but 2 Jibbitz, matching Jurassic World Jibbitz. They just say Jurassic World. I could have been in that store my entire life, and I would not have picked those Jibbitz. And he got 2 that matched. He sat right down. They sell 100 for $15. Now you tell me. I spent like $15 on one. They're like, buy 14 and you get 15 free. So basically spend like $1,000. I mean, no. So anyway, he sat right down. I said, you want me to put these in? Yes. Waited for me to put those things in. I mean, I just was undone. I just put a written post up about it, and I had to talk about it. I said to Mary, I was like, can you take a picture of this? Like, the story was in my head. Can you please take a picture? She was like, what picture do you want? I was like, I don't know. I have got to capture this moment. Because these are just readers, not real glasses, just old lady glasses. And then, get this, and then I'm reading through memories. I go through memories on Facebook. Do you know what happened 3 years ago today? He answered his very first question. So sometimes people will be like, do you write this down? Do you la la la? I'm like, hello, I write a blog. Yes, Mary was with us, Robin. And I said, where is Sissy? So I forget things. Like, I don't even know how old I am, honestly, some days. But when I go back and read this stuff, 3 years ago, I said, where is Sissy? Well, 3 years ago, evidently, and I remember this, when you would ask Amos a question, he would parrot the question back. Where is Sissy? Where is Sissy? Where are your shoes? Where are your shoes? He just repeated everything you said. Well, 3 years ago today, I said, where is Sissy? We were at the beach. COVID had just happened. We just moved to the beach after about 8 seconds when I realized I couldn't figure out anything else to do with him because he was not doing virtual school and the playground was closed, which was a real problem for him at the time. So we had to have access to the beach, which was open. And he said, into hole. And Sissy had dug a hole. Yes, we filled the hole up. It's been 3 years. Don't come after me. And he said, into hole. It's the very first question he answered. And then tonight, he picks out shoes and puts them on and picks out Jibbitz. And he goes in a mall. And we walked around and he didn't hold my hand. Oh, Jill, I have my 37-year-old asleep on the couch. We went to lunch. I said, do you want, a hamburger? Well, then he saw the Chick-fil-A sign. He's a very good reader. And he was like, Chick-fil-A? Do you want some Chick-fil-A? I mean, he still asks. He's telling me to ask him that. We have a very complicated narrative that we talk, how we know what each other are thinking and saying. And he said, I said, do you want nuggets? His sister was in line. I said, you come sit down with her friend who's recovering from a broken leg, so she's supposed to be sitting. He sat at the table with her. I went and ordered a Philly cheesesteak. I kept looking over there to see if he'd run away. No, he was sitting there. Yes, Mary, our caregiver nanny has really taught him to do a lot. I will not take credit. She's taught him to brush his teeth, dry himself off after a shower, and put on his shoes and socks. She does developmental therapy with him. That's what it's called, which is awesome. Paid for while we're on the waiting. Anyway, I can't get into all that. But yes, it's a wonderful service. So when people think, oh, you have a nanny, like she's actually doing hard work with him. Things that he does not do as well with me, he does with her, and we're so thankful for her. But anyway, he eats. Now, we did have one teensy-tiny mishap, but it was not his fault. He wanted to open up his own ketchup. And you know, Chick-fil-A has those wonderful giant ketchup packets. Well, he couldn't get it all the way open, and he didn't ask me to help. So what he did was he took it opened just enough, and then I guess he got annoyed with it. He was sitting beside me. He put it on the table, and he went like this. Oh, yeah. I promise you I'm not drinking this rum. I was using this to hold up my phone. Now, I did make a painkiller yesterday. Mary and I decided after 8 hours of rain we needed a painkiller, and you can only use Pusser's rum. If Pusser's rum is watching this and wants to send me any Pusser's rum, I would really like it. But don't tell anybody that. No, forget I said that. So he takes the ketchup packet and he goes like this with his hand. And he hits it really hard. Oh my gosh, remind me to tell y'all a really funny story about my mother today. And the ketchup sails in a water gun, a full stream of ketchup catches me here. I don't even know how this is possible. And it went down my shirt, down my side, onto my jeans. How could that much ketchup? I mean, it was incredible. It was in my neck, up here, on my arm. I mean, I was like, what is this? We got past that. Got some napkins. Didn't worry about that. And then we went to the Lego store. The girls went to go shopping. I mean, this is a wonderful day. When he's in the Lego store, he likes to spend a lot of time looking at everything, way more than anything else. And then is that thunder? No. I hope my dad didn't lock me out here. He's turned off all the lights. Oh, he left the kitchen light on. And then all these kids had built race cars. And he took all the race cars and lined them up and then walked away. And I saw the Lego people were like, who's touching these cars? I was like, well, I don't know whose child that is. He picked a set. No, I didn't have on white jeans today. I had on regular jeans. Did I wash them? I hope I didn't wash them in hot. And then we bought a set. We got the Uber. We got back on the train. We rode the train back to the, whatever, Brickell. He said, does he get upset when something like that happens? When he squirts ketchup on me? No, he didn't even pay it. He didn't. I don't even know if he saw. He just kind of looked. No, he didn't laugh or even seem sad or. No, he just, well, woe is you, ketchup. Amos's empathy is fairly low. I do think he's somewhat empathetic because he really struggles when you say no or tell him not to do something, which tells me that he knows it's wrong. He just does not do well with fixing. So my mother, Patrice, says today, we're in the pool. We get back, we go swimming. He's thrilled. And the girls are doing something and they're like, my mom is reading the paper and she's like, have you heard about this? I said, no, because I don't know what you're talking about. She goes, well, subscribers, I'm going to get my mother to tell you all this story tomorrow. And do not make laugh faces. She says, well, evidently over at this apartment building, there are these people, these teenagers, the age of your boys, and they are going around the apartment building, and they go and they hit the apartment door as hard as they can. They hit it as hard as they can. And it is a real problem. I was like, well, why is it a problem? Well, I mean, these people had a $7,600 door and the children are hitting it. I was like, can you break a door? Well, I don't know, but you know what they said. My mother loves the word they. I'm always like, who are they? They said it's part of a gang initiation. What you talking about, Willis? There ain't any gang on Key Biscayne. A gang? You're looking at like 11-year-olds riding like $12,000 electric bikes. I mean, I am not kidding you. No. And then my daughter, who's 13, and her friend, they start dying laughing. She's like, oh my gosh, maybe that's Ding Dong Dash or something. Doorbell Dash, Ding Dong Dash. That's not a gang. We do that. I'm dying. It's a gang. Ding Dong Dash. I know. My mother is so sweet. I tell you what. All you fools go on these wonderful spring break trips to hotels. And it's sunny. And you're jumping on little trampolines. Not us. We're just here in the rain. Going to Ding Dong Dash, Ding Dong Ditch. Sorry. That might be my new shirt. Ding Dong Dash. Anyway. That's the fun for tonight. I just really wanted to share that story. And tomorrow we'll get back to, yes, we're going to talk about Shanquella Robinson. We are going to talk about... we've got some, big, important things to talk about, which are important. And don't laugh at your sweet mom. I'm laughing with her. I love her. But gangs in Key Biscayne? I mean, that has to feel a little bit funny to say that. Gangs. No trip to the OR on Tuesday. Well, you've never caught me live? Yay. My mother told me yoga was evil. I love that's awesome. I think that sounds like something somebody would say. Don't go hitting anybody's door. They're going to call the popo on you. But anyway, I was just super excited and happy with Amos today and just really wanted to share it. I don't know why y'all sit around and think I sit around and drink alcohol. I'm drinking water. I don't have to be hammered to be funny. I mean, do you know what I live with? I'm living with like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I mean, I'm with my parents, 2 teenagers, Amos. It's been pouring rain for 3 days. I mean, I'm a little like, ooh, I'm not drunk. Subscribers, see you in the morning for coffee chit-chat. Oh, that's what we did today. We had a coffee chit-chat at the coffee shop while I was waiting for, Blair asked me to make French toast, so I went to the restaurant and ordered it. Because that's what I do. Carry on. And just remember, if you belong to somebody, or if you ever think, like, I don't know what it's like to have a child with special needs, or I feel bad for those people, because I was you. Like, I used to think that probably myself. And I will just tell you, it is really awesome. It's really awesome. It just, like, that Croc thing today, like, I just thought to myself, this is awesome. And I have walked around and seen people wearing those shoes that I'm not particularly complimentary over. And I'm like, I will always love a Croc from now on, you know? So anyway, it's just really good. So just know when you're walking around, there are people that are counting the rose mosquito wings. And it is a really good thing to do. It will bring you a lot of joy. So there you have it. What time in the morning? I would say 8 a.m.-ish, unless I'm asleep, 9 a.m.-ish. 8 a.m.-ish. Is that a word? Amos makes my day. Ooh, I'll put up a video for the subscribers of Amos doing a backflip, a back underwater somersault in the darn pool. I mean, who is this person? Nothing like a break to pay attention to people doing amazing things. Carry on.